What's up? It's Danes for Virgin Radio, joined by Mr. Shawn Mendes.
Hey, man.
The man of the hour, for sure.
Thank you.
The man of 2018, I would say.
Oh, cool.
But we were here to commemorate and basically let the world know about this major announcement that you made earlier today. You want to tell the people for us?
I'll be playing the Rogers Center this year.
That's pretty big.
And, yeah, dude, it's huge. It's the biggest thing ever. It's been the biggest dream of mine since I was a kid, and now it's becoming real.
And I hate to dive into the semantics of it, but you've played the Rogers Center.
Technically.
I'm
headlining the Rogers Center.
Headlining the Rogers Center. I like that.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I think I saw you play the Rogers Center maybe 3 years ago.
With Taylor?
Opening for Taylor.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And that was incredible. I mean, that was really genuinely one of the most surreal moments of I mean, I think that was the one show I got the entire crowd to like pull their phone lights out, and I was like, it was so cool because it was home.
Right.
Yeah.
And she actually, I think that was the first time I've ever seen the wristband thing.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Which was crazy, too.
So beautiful.
But she actually gave you some good advice on that tour, right?
Yeah, I mean, Taylor was she taught me more with just how she was as a person and as a performer. Just by watching her, I learned so much more than I think words could even say. Mm-hmm. But what she said to me was really important. One time she goes, like, how you feeling? I'm like, oh, I'm feeling very nervous. And she goes, like, don't be, because every person in the crowd is there to have fun and enjoy and, be happy for you, because it's not the voice. Like, we're not trying to get people to turn around in the chair, and that was a really big moment for me. Like, I walked out and kind of had this new lens over the crowd, and I was like, oh yeah, all these people actually are all smiling. No one looks unhappy to be here. And then you have more fun and they have more fun.
And that was at like the really early stages of your career.
Yeah.
I congratulated you off the top on 2018 because it's been a fantastic year for you. But I also want to compliment you and commend you for the amount of work that you've been doing and putting in. Because the way I look at it is 2017 would have been the build up to everything. It would have been, a lot of writing and music and studio.
Totally.
2018, you let your project go to the world.
Yep.
And obviously it's done very well. You have fans across the globe and they support you tremendously.
Totally.
But the part that I like and I admire is the artists who go out and do the work. Things like this, for instance, where you're sitting here, you're going to be here for like, 8, 10, 12 hours today?
We'll see. I don't know.
Doing interviews and doing that kind of stuff. And that's all part of it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is. And I think, not just for the fact of being someone to say, like, I do the work. It's not about that. It's like, if you make an album that you truly love and believe in, then you should want to do the work.
Absolutely.
I mean, you have the ability to promote your music, and some people don't even have the ability that you have. So go and do that, because that's the whole point you're doing this. You want people to hear it, and you want people to love it and connect. And so, yeah, it's always worth it. And I've noticed actually now that the most worth it thing is touring. Is because this year is probably the least amount of shows I've ever played, but touring the world and being in a new city every day and meeting fans from across the world and having that one-on-one, what we have right now, is what creates the connection.
Yeah.
If you hide yourself from that real life connection, I think then you're hurting yourself. So yeah, that is like kind of the biggest thing for me. So as long as I can, I'm going to just keep flying around the world and playing songs for people.
Absolutely. And that fan connection is very important. I mean, even if you backtrack, earlier this year, you did the iHeartRadio MMVAs, which is like basically a local show.
Totally,
for you,
it was.
You grew up here.
Yeah.
And then there was even a more intimate show that we did for iHeart earlier in the year, which was also great at the Mod Club, right?
Yeah, both were just so. There's a real energy in Toronto that I mean, I know it's home, but and not for every artist. All people will be like, oh, I'm from Toronto. They'll be like, oh my God, it's one of the best cities to play in the whole world. And like, I know it is. It genuinely is. There's an energy and excitement that everybody comes, to see a show, and they always have. That's why I hope that I can make this Rogers Center show really special. Hopefully bring out some special guests and just kind of really make people enjoy the night.
I think you'll be all right.
I really hope so. Yeah.
Now, let's go back to that, because the iHeart show that you did earlier this year, you actually opened up the show with Lost in Japan. And I remember being there, and just the energy was fantastic. But when you hear the music on the album, it's like, this is great music. We know that already. But when you see it in a live space and you were really in your zone, and that was the first song, like, I feel like you genuinely love that record.
Love that record.
Love performing that record. So I want to ask, how did that record come about? Where did you write it? Were you actually close to Japan or not?
I was far, far away from Japan. I was in Malibu.
Oh, yeah. A couple 100,000 miles away from Japan.
A couple 100,000. But I don't know. That song, you have one or two off an album. The last album was Treat You Better for me.
Right.
And that one was you write it in 45 minutes of just pure excitement.
Right.
And you're just like, you're so excited the whole time. And that was it. That was the most fun I've ever had creating a song, I think. And yeah, it's my favorite to play live. It's probably my favorite off the record.
Now, how did the remix come together with Zed?
Zed and I have been wanting to work forever. I've known him for years now, and he loved the song and ended up creating this incredible version of it. And I just was like, this is incredible. We got to do this.
So how does that work? You give consent, he puts the record out? Or are you guys actually friends?
Yeah, we're great. We're actually really good friends.
Okay, because I saw you guys were linking up. He did a show
Yeah.
in Toronto, like I think a couple weeks back. You guys got
And
together.
I went and saw him there. Yeah, no, we're actually good friends. That's how it works, for me at least, is there has to be a relationship, a friendship, before there can be anything business related.
And you let the business guys deal with the business
Let the business guys deal with that stuff, and we'll do the friend stuff.
Now, speaking of business stuff, there's also another announcement today. You let the world know you're doing a collab with Roots.
Yeah. We worked on an entire line, and I'm obsessed with this jacket. I actually just saw it for the first time, and it's so amazing. There's on the inside, there's blueprints of the Rogers Center.
Right.
Yeah, and
to
it's
commemorate the announcement.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, totally. And
wow, that's really cool.
it's very cool. We should get you one. I think you'll like it.
I think I would like it too, Shawn. I think I would. Right? Is this merch or is this a fashion line? With
I would
Roots?
say it's a more of a mixture collaboration with Roots on a fashion line. There's not really a title I want to put on it because
Right.
it's more a Toronto hometown Canada thing than anything else to me.
And this is available for the holidays, so all of anybody who supports you, they can go into any Roots or go online.
There's
and
the
buy
plug.
any of that stuff. And, I've done this before. You know what I mean? Speaking of the holidays,
Yes.
holidays just around the corner here. First off, I know this is going to air later on. Do you do any Black Friday or Cyber Monday shopping?
I've never done a serious. My family's not super serious about the Black Friday.
Not American.
We're not American. In America, I think it's a much bigger deal.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like riots at Walmart.
Yeah, and you can. There's pretty much like regular lines at Walmart here.
Yeah. Anytime you go, there's always.
I think
something on
Canadians
sale.
just like love being in their house so much that they're just like, I'd
Well,
rather.
it's cold outside.
Yeah, it's
November
cold
now,
outside. That's
so-
probably the main reason.
Now, speaking of which, Thanksgiving actually just happened south of the border.
Mm-hmm.
How many texts do you get from your American friends?
A lot.
And do you let them know that I'm not celebrating?
Not really. Thanks. Thank you. I'm thankful for you as well. Yeah.
I saw that online. Somebody was like, "Yo, I'm not from your
It's
country,
a-
bro.
it's-
We had ours like 2 months
No,
ago."
no, it's a real thing. It's really funny, actually.
Now, obviously, Christmas a couple weeks away at this
Yeah.
point. What's a Mendes family tradition?
I don't know. I feel like we don't have these extreme like family traditions, but we just eat so much food, and we eat, so much ice cream, and we watch so many movies, and it's just this massive. My whole family gets into one house, and it's just like a huge hangout
At this point,
for
what
like
can
3 days.
What can Santa get you that you can't get yourself?
It's time with my family.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
that's fair.
Santa's got to bring that now.
He's got to.
This
He's
guy's a
bringing.
busy guy, isn't he? Okay, a couple more questions before I get up out of here. How about the Maple Leafs?
What about them?
How about them?
Why, they're awesome. And I've seen a few games this year, and they're just so much fun. I got to surprise my sister and get like right in front of the boards, right in front of the team, and she was so excited. She's a huge hockey fan, a hockey player.
Okay, I
Yeah,
was just gonna ask, is
yeah,
that like her thing?
yeah, it's
or-
her thing. And so that was kind of the really special moment for me, was being able to see her so genuinely excited at a
Yeah.
game. Yeah,
Have you seen the Lion King trailer yet?
I have.
What do you think?
I think it's incredible.
Looks pretty cool.
It looks
right?
it looks very cool.
Have you seen Creed 2?
I haven't.
I think you'd like that.
You think I
Did
like-
you like Creed 1?
I don't think I've seen Creed 1.
Okay, all right. Have you seen Rocky?
I think I've seen Rocky when I was really
I
young.
think he's too young.
And
he's too young.
yeah.
He's too young. I'm old. I get it. Shawn Mendes, you're giving me the wrap up here. I appreciate the time. Keep putting in the hard work.
Thank you,
Love the
man.
watch, by the way.
Thank
can
you
show
very
it to
much.
the
Oh,
camera.
sure.
Get a little. All the best in the future. 2019 is yours, my friend.
Thank
Thanks
you,
so
man.
much.
Thank you very much.